In the late 90s, while doing some yard work, a 20-year-old Pelican Bay kennel received a phone call from Crossroad Kennel, letting him know he had a few dogs for sale. Quickly putting the yard rake up, Hirsch took the 15-minute ride to Laura, South Carolina, where Crossroad Kennel lived. It was a hot, humid day, as the guys walked through the yard looking at 3 dogs in particular. The first 2 were brothers off of Al's Champion Brute. They were buckskin dogs with the black mask. One was about 42 pounds, and the other was about 47 pounds. PBK wasn't big on the brute dogs, so he wanted to see the third and final dog. As they reached the dog's chain spot further back in the yard, a 55-pound buckskin rednose ran out of his doghouse. The moment Hirsch's eyes laid on the jughead dog, he had to have him. Purchasing the 11-month-old dog that would be later named Sambo for $800, PBK had no clue the dog game as he knew it was about to change. The first time Pelican Bay touched Sambo was a few weeks after buying him. It was against a brindle dog sired by Champion Hickory named Tiger. Sambo wasn't started up yet, and oddly, he didn't react or show any emotion when Tiger grabbed a hunk of his chest, so Hirsch quickly took him off to put him back on his chain. Maybe Bo wasn't the type of dog to be bullied, because PBK never had to worry about him again when it came to him being aggressive. And after a few yard checks, Hirsch felt he was ready for some action. Sambo's first was against a red boy dog named Rock, which lasted 15 minutes, with Sambo pushing into the side of Rock's throat. Wanting to test Sambo's skills, PBK called out the dog Tiger in a backyard catch-weight match. The same Tiger that put a tennis ball-sized knot in Bo's chest months before, but this time was much different. On the scratch, the dogs met in the middle, and Tiger went low, grabbing Bo in the same exact spot in his chest area. Unlike their first meeting, he used his extra pounds to take Tiger off his feet while biting muzzle, face, and even his legs. But Tiger kept grip in the chest. Eventually, Tiger tired out, and Bo went into his neck to win the match after about 35 minutes. By this time, Hirsch was starting to get the picture that Sambo wasn't an average dog. For his third match, Sambo went catch-weight against a popular grandson of the infamous Grand Champion Mayday name Money. He was a buckskin black mask dog with a mouth that looked like a cotton mouth snake when wide open. Needless to say, Money was in and out within 20 minutes, for his third Sambo went against his half-brother, a red nose named Mitch Green. He was off the same sire of Champion Fatty, but his mother was down off Chinaman. Both dogs came in, weighing in the mid-50s, with Mitch Green taking an offensive move to the chest. Sambo pushed him hard for the first 10 minutes, then he switched to the lay-down style and worked Mitch's muzzle from the bottom. After about 30 minutes, the match was stopped, leaving Sambo winning his third. Mitch Green's face, eyes, and muzzle was completely destroyed. For his fourth match, Sambo quickly finished a black dog named Johnny Handsome, who was a grandson of Grand Champion Yellow and Chinaman. Needing no rest at all, PBK quickly hooked into Carolina Game Dogs hardwood, also known as Garner's hardwood. It wasn't 30 minutes, and Sambo had his collar back on, heading to the house. He was a for-sure finisher and would have killed every single dog he matched into if allowed. In between his fourth and fifth match, Sambo had several backyard shows in which they all ended up the same way, with Bo chewing in their throat. For his fifth, he was hooked into a red-nosed termite red boy dog named Esco. This was Sambo's hardest test, as the dogs literally went back and forth swapping blows for 40 minutes. Unlike many of the other matches, Bo didn't use his lay-down style at all during this match. After the 40-minute mark, Sambo took control and went in for the finish. PBK didn't stop at 5 wins, and actually picked him up on his 6th, when a dog named Split Ear quickly damaged Bo's rear end. PBK took on anyone who felt they were worthy to be across from such dog. These were the names of other dogs Sambo defeated, not in chronological order: Turbo, Diablo, One, Ricky Martel, a Bullison male, 2 grandsons of Tab, and Wet Willie, Charlie, 8 Ball, and Johnny One Nut. Sambo was a product of a half-brother and sister breeding. Their mother, Bo's grandmother, Crossroads Jaguar, was a pure Jeep bitch that was bred to champion Yellow Sun and a son of Bailey's Bingo. The offspring of that breeding produced Sambo, one of the best Red Boy Jocko Jeep dogs to walk the soil of South Carolina. Bo wasn't a human-aggressive dog, but he wouldn't let anyone touch his owner. PBK would purchase basketballs from Walmart just so Sambo could bust them on the first bite. He couldn't be tied near a basketball court because if the ball ever rolled to him, that would be the end of the game. Sambo was a roadwork dog, only using the slat mill for one of his matches. PBK also had Sambo's littermate sister Daisy, a brindle red-nosed bitch. She was a decent dog, but she wasn't her brother. Sambo had loose, thick skin with more sense than Einstein. Several people brought dogs to PBK just to see Sambo finish them off, and he never failed to entertain. He would scratch like a rocket, but always paced himself so that he'd be the last dog standing. His signature move was called the Cobra Clutch, which was when he got a good grip on the bottom of the neck area while he was standing on his feet, digging in deep. Once a dog was in the Cobra Clutch, it would be over in seconds. Sambo was a great producing dog, having several winners across the Carolinas. He is the best dog produced by Crossroads champion Fatty.